Have you ever stopped to think about what really happens when we lose control, when anger takes over, when despair knocks at our door, or when anxiety completely paralyzes us? The answer is closer than we imagine. It's literally right under our nose. Today, I'm going to share with you a set of ancient breathing techniques that have the power to completely transform your emotional state in just a few minutes. And to show you how they work, we're going to journey through some of the most intense and controversial stories ever recorded. In the pages of ancient texts, we find extraordinary accounts of ordinary people facing impossible situations, but there's something many people don't notice. In all these crucial moments there's a pattern, a common element that separated those who triumphed from those who failed. It wasn't physical strength, it wasn't superior intelligence. It was something far more fundamental, the control of their breath. Let's begin with one of the most controversial stories, Cain and Abel. Two brothers, an offering, and a result that would change everything. Cain was a farmer, a dedicated worker. Abel was a shepherd. When it came time to make their offerings, something happened that deeply upset Cain. His offering wasn't accepted in the same way as his brothers, the text tells us. Cain was very angry and his face fell. Now, here's the key. His face fell. This is a classic description of someone who has completely lost control of their breathing. When we're overtaken by intense anger, our breathing becomes fast and shallow. Oxygen doesn't reach the brain properly. Our ability to make rational decisions just vanishes. And that's exactly what happened to Cain. His uncontrolled breath, fueled by rage, led to a catastrophic choice. If Cain had known the technique I'm about to teach you, that tragic outcome could have been avoided. This first technique is what I call the anger reset. The moment you feel anger rising, stop. Just stop what you're doing. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Then, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Now, exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this 4 times in a row. This technique works because it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's built-in relaxation response. In just about a minute, you can completely reverse that destructive wave of anger. Now let's look at David versus Goliath. A young shepherd against an experienced giant warrior. Impossible, right? Wrong. Pay attention to the details. While Goliath shouted threats and challenges, his breath agitated and uncontrolled, David maintained a supernatural calm. He not only spoke with confidence, he ran toward the giant. Running requires breath control. Aiming a stone with pinpoint accuracy requires even more. David had mastered something that Goliath, with all his military experience, had not: the breath of courage. This brings us to our second technique, the defeat the inner giant breath. Stand tall with your feet firmly on the ground. Inhale through your nose, first expanding your belly, then your chest, for about 4 seconds. Hold the breath and visualize your courage growing, for another 4 seconds. Then, exhale through your mouth with a soft R sound for 6 seconds. Pause and feel your inner strength for 2 seconds. Repeat this for 4 full cycles. This type of breathing increases oxygenation to your brain and activates the areas responsible for confidence and decision-making. Next up, Jonah and the storm. His story is fascinating and controversial. A prophet tries to flee his mission, gets thrown into the sea during a storm, and spends 3 days in the belly of a great fish. But here's the extraordinary part. Jonah didn't give up. How is that possible? The answer lies in his ability to control his breath in an extreme, desperate situation. The text suggests that, even deep in the sea and inside the fish, Jonah remained conscious and even prayed. That's only possible with advanced breathing control. This is our third technique, the calm in the storm breath. Use this when you're going through intense crises, when you feel like you're drowning in problems. If you can, sit or lie down comfortably. Inhale very slowly through your nose for 6 seconds. Hold it gently for 2 seconds. Then, exhale even more slowly through your mouth for 10 seconds. Stay silent for 2 seconds before the next cycle. Continue this for 4 cycles, focusing only on your breath. This technique triggers a deep relaxation response and helps your brain find creative solutions to seemingly impossible problems. Finally, one of the most debated stories, Peter walking on water. Regardless of your beliefs, there's a powerful lesson here about mental and respiratory control. Peter managed the impossible as long as he maintained his focus and, by extension, his controlled breathing. The moment he was distracted by the wind and the waves, his breath likely became chaotic, and he began to sink. The connection between breath, mental focus, and extraordinary feats is undeniable. This leads to our fourth technique, the walking on water breath. Use this when you must stay focused on a challenging goal. Fix your eyes on a point in front of you or close your eyes and visualize your goal. Inhale gently through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds, visualizing yourself achieving that goal. Then, exhale through your mouth, releasing all doubts and fears, for 5 seconds. Repeat this 4 times, maintaining an unshakable focus. Now, you might be wondering, does this really work? Isn't it just a placebo? The answer is clear. It works, and modern science proves it. When you control your breathing like this, you activate the vagus nerve, which sends calming signals throughout your body and lowers the stress hormone cortisol. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain for rational decisions, gets more oxygen, while the amygdala, your fear and anger center, calms down. Studies show that just 4 minutes of controlled breathing can reduce anxiety by up to 65% and improve concentration by 40%. So, how can you apply this in your daily life? Stuck in traffic chaos? Use Cain's anger reset. About to give a big presentation at work? Use David's breath of courage, facing family problems. Use Jonah's calm in the storm breath to find clarity, chasing your dreams. Use Peter's breath of achievement to keep your focus strong. Here's a simple daily ritual. In the morning, do 1 cycle of the courage breath to set your confidence for the day. Midday, 1 cycle of the achievement breath to strengthen your focus. In the afternoon, if you feel stressed, use the anger reset as needed. And at night, 2 cycles of the calm and the storm breath for deep relaxation before sleep. These ancient stories are more than just tales. Cain represents us when we lose control. David symbolizes our ability to face the impossible. Jonah shows our resilience in crisis. And Peter demonstrates the power of focus. They are instruction manuals for life. Just be careful to avoid common mistakes. Don't breathe too fast. It has to be slow and controlled. Don't expect instant results. Practice builds mastery. And don't use these techniques only in a crisis. Daily practice is what amplifies the benefits. Imagine your life if you could control your emotional reactions, stay calm in any situation, and face challenges with unshakable courage. This isn't a fantasy, it's the natural outcome of mastering these 4 techniques. So here is your personal challenge. Starting today, for the next 7 days, practice at least one of these techniques daily. Write down how you feel before and after. Remember the ancient wisdom: he who controls his breath, controls his life. This is just the beginning of your journey. The air you breathe is free. The control you gain over it is priceless. Start now. Take a deep breath with me. Your transformation is just 1 breath away. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that can change your life. See you next time.